Hello and welcome to this short tutorial on how to run and view APRs and CAPERs in ClientTrack. Here we are at the home workspace. We are going to want to navigate to the report workspace over here on the left hand side. In the report workspace, the APR and CAPER exist under the HMIS exports. You have the option for the 2024 APR and the 2024 CAPER. I'm going to show you the APR. Click on the APR and you'll see the report form come up. Your first option is to select a save report setting. This is not required. Only options that have an asterisk next to them are required. The save report settings allows you to select all of your options beforehand and then select save settings. And from then on, every time you come to this report screen, you will see those save settings and you can select them. This is good for if you have reporting that you have to do once a month or once a year. The next option is the date range. You have pre-selected date ranges here for you. It defaults to since this date last year. I'm going to leave it on that. You also have the option of selecting the date on a calendar, or you can go in and actually type in whatever date you'd like. The organization will automatically be selected based on the organization that you are logged in as. You can change the organization. You also have an option over here. These two check marks will allow you to select all or unselect all. I'm going to leave it checked at HSN Support Services, which is what I'm logged in as. The grant and the grant program are not required. You have the option to select a grant program. You also have the option to select a grant. These drop-down lists are specific to the options that you select. The options below will also change the options that you have in your grant list. So if I were to select, for instance, a certain project type, only grants that apply to that project type would show up in your grant list. Also, the grant list right now, because I only have the organization selected, it is giving me all of the grants available to that organization. If I change my organization, you can see that my grant list changes. The grant option is optional. I would suggest only using the grant option if you know that you need only projects that exist with that particular grant. Your next option is to filter by project type. Again, not required, but if you know that you have a particular project type that you would like to look for in your project list, you can select that. I know that I'm going to select a rapid rehousing project, so I'm going to just select rapid rehousing. And now this project list will only show me rapid rehousing projects. If I don't select that project type on the project type filter, it will give me all project types. I'm then going to select the project. It is a required field. I'm just going to pick this project. And then your last option is to generate a validation file. This is to give you the drill down option in the report. If you do not want a drill down option in the report, so you don't want to actually see what clients are contributing to what data quality or any other field in the report, you can uncheck it, but it is always going to be pre-checked, and I would suggest keeping that checked in order for you to be able to drill into the report. Once you've selected all of your options, again, this is the point where you could save the settings and name those save settings. If you don't want to save the settings, you're going to hit Run Report. A box will pop up asking if you'd like to encrypt the export. Export files are often used to upload our data to a repository. Encrypting the export will allow you to assign a password to the export file. When sending the export file to someone via email, it's important to encrypt the file to ensure data security. In most cases, the APR and CAPERs that we run are for personal use and do not need to be encrypted. If you do not want to encrypt the export, unchecked the encrypt export box. When you uncheck this box, another box will need to be checked at the bottom of the window, which states that you will assume the responsibility and security of the export file. Once you check that box, you can hit done, and a box will come up on the top saying that that export has been queued. APRs and CAPERs take about 20 minutes to run. To view the status of your export, you'll be taken to the Files on Server page, and this link that says View the Status of your Export or Import tasks will allow you to pull up the asynchronous tasks, which will show you where your export is in the queue. If you don't wish to keep track of where it is in the loading process, you can just wait 20 minutes. After about 20 minutes, you should see the export file, the preload files, and the validation file show up on your list of files on server on this screen. Those are files that you would use to import into a repository. They're raw data files, and the export file is the one you would want for that. But that's not how you would view the APR and CAPER. To view the APR and CAPER, you're going to click on the APR CAPER review. Again, after 20 minutes. This is one that I ran before, so it's already done loading. On the options menu, you can click to view the APR and CAPER in order to pull up the report. A box will show up in the top right corner saying that it is about to load your report. This takes about 2 minutes. In the meantime, I'll explain there are other options here. I have only APRs loaded here. You have the option to filter your reports by APR, CAPER, or coordinated entry APR. All of those reports will show up here if you've run them, and it will refine your reports by those report types. So I, like I said, only have COC APR. If I had CAPERs, they would be underneath and they would have their own drop down. Because I only have APRs, I'm on the training site, that's all you see here. You see how this top right hand corner box has changed now. It says that my report is ready to view. You can click on this box and it will pull up the report. The report that it pulls up is, you can view it, you can print it, you can also save that file. So this is the formatted APR or CAPER. Both of them will open in about the same window. This is an APR specifically. I'm not going to go into the details of what the APR is, but if you'd like to save this file, you can click on the top. There is a floppy disk icon. You have the option to save it as Excel, Excel data, PDF, or Word. The difference between Excel and Excel data is that Excel will load the report in the format that it's in now, with the boxes. If you select Excel data, it will be unformatted, so it won't look similar to what it is here. It will be raw data. That's all I have for you for running and viewing the APR and CAPER. Have a good day.